What up, what up, what up? It's on some other shit. It's your boy Joe Prophet, the lovely Monet Banks. Hey, we giving you opinions back with facts. Straight like that. Man, y'all, we got a special one for y'all today. Monet, tell them what we got, man. What we got for them?
Hey, you so lit you couldn't even wait for the intro, huh?
You know, I could.
You didn't want to listen to the intro today, okay? All right, we just gonna jump right into it, guys.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I know it's been a while. This is Who Gonna Catch These Hands 3.
Yes,
of course,
sir.
we had to come back
Yes,
in full effect, so hope y'all are ready for this. Of course, it's a big fight going down tonight. So, but I just want to take some time to introduce our illustrious guest.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, Coach Ron, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Of course, we're glad that you're here. Coach Ron is a boxing aficionado in every sense of the word. We're talking about real life boxing. He has over 20 years of experience here teaching our youth. I mean, if you could just see all of the photos and the pictures that he has up in the gym with just like so many up and coming fighters and things like that. So you can really tell
some B-roll footage.
that
We let y'all know.
you can really tell that
Coach
he's
Ron
in
doing
it.
big things, man. He's real humble guy.
Exactly.
Doing
So
big
we are
things.
more than humbled to have you on the show, and we definitely
sure.
appreciate you being here. So let's get into it. All right.
Well, I just want to say thanks for inviting me on the show, and I definitely have to, give homage to Lewis Brown and Monique Brown, for allowing us to be here at Mo Better Boxing.
Yes, to the Brown family, we are definitely
Shout out to
most
Lewis.
appreciative. This gym is actually in the heart of A-Leaf, so
In the
we
West
are,
area.
on the southwest side in the SWAT in H-Town. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm about to catch these hands because I'm in this mug sweating.
Yeah, we in here,
like
man.
we
We
had
in
to
here. Y'all see
come
the ring
real
in the background?
authentic.
Yeah.
You
Real
know?
authentic. So we're definitely live in the mix, guys. So what do you want to jump into first?
I mean, me and Coach kind of talking a little bit before the show started. I mean, we can start off with Shakur and Valdez. I think that's where he wanted to go with this first. He asked me why I wasn't on the list, so
Oh yeah.
So we could start off with Shakur Valdez. A lot of people don't know. I mean, we don't really have to get into it, Coach, as far as your relationship with Shakur. We see a couple pictures of him in here in this gym. We know how you, I know how you feel about him personally, but if you could kind of give us your thoughts on the fight that went down last weekend between Shakur and Valdez, I guess, your thoughts on the outcome, how the fight went down. I talked to you a lot, so, from what you predicted and what happened was very accurate, but, for the people that don't know it and don't really get to, share that with you on a daily basis as far as your knowledge of boxing and stuff like that, I guess tell us how you felt about, the outcome of that Valdez and Stevenson.
Yeah, I thought that the bout went exactly how I thought it would, except for Valdez landed a couple of more punches than I expected. With that lead right hand, and whoever coached him, I think they coached him pretty well.
Yeah.
But Shakur is on a whole nother level.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
Hey, Coach, people think you be tripping when you be saying that, but like I said, they don't really understand your relationship with Shakur and some of the things that you've seen that we haven't been blessed to see yet as of today, as far as like in the gym, his regimen of getting ready.
So
and
what's
stuff like
his
that.
workout routine like? Like, what is it like for whenever Shakur is in camp? How is it actually being in that atmosphere whenever he's preparing for a fight?
Well, actually, right now, I couldn't tell you because I haven't been with him in quite some years. I was with him when he was a young kid.
Okay.
And when he was a young kid, there's nothing that you could tell him to do that he wouldn't do. As a matter of fact, you tell him to go run. You tell him to run 10 miles. He's not worried. He's not worried about how far or whatever. But he followed instructions and he's dedicated for this. He's dedicated.
Very
to the sport.
coachable. He's very
Exactly.
coachable. That's good. Those are some of the intangible things that you really can't put your finger on. That I think that's what puts him in a different category and puts him on another level. I mean, to be honest, that first round, I was just like, okay, like
A little fill out.
Yeah, like Valdez was kind of getting with him a little bit, and then after that second round, he just complete separation. Like there was not even any competition in that fight afterwards, in my opinion.
Exactly, and I think it's going to be like that for quite some time.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you next. Like, what do we see next for Shakur? Next? Like, where where does he go from here? As far as the 130-pound division and possibly moving up to 135 and.
So he wants to become undisputed. That's what I heard. What do you think, Coach?
Yes, that's what he wants. But then again, I don't think Bob Arum wants that because the other two belt holders, they're no names. But that's the question we ask. I mean, because he blew Valdez out. So what's next? Who's next?
Yeah.
Who can uplift this?
Yeah, because what would have been the move if Valdez would have won the fight? How would they be? How would that
have shook things up?
Yeah,
if
what would have?
I can't even imagine that. So that's unimaginable.
And then
he said, "Heck no."
As far as I guess quote unquote threats for Shakur at this point, I could see, maybe a Devin Haney giving him a challenge or, maybe, I can't even see that, with, what's the young kid, Davis.
Javante.
No, not Javante, not Tank, the other.
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn Davis. I can't see them really fighting.
He's tough, Keyshawn.
They train together. They always, in kind of close relationships.
They're like brothers.
Yeah, so that's,
Okay.
Other than that, I can't even really see anybody else in the 130, 135 that could really threaten them. Cambosis, T.O., all those guys, maybe for a couple rounds, but I don't know.
Like I said, he's an alien. He's on a whole nother.
So does he have a right to be cocky? Does he have a right to feel that arrogance? Whenever they were doing his pre. Like the stuff that they showed leading up to the fight, and they were showing his interviews and stuff like that, and he just, he had that little cocky,
The thing about it,
does he have the right?
He's not arrogant. He's just confident. He's
Okay.
very confident in what he does, and he puts in the hard work, and he's driven.
That's good.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. You could just tell, you could see it. You could see it on him in the fight, like how the work that he puts in. It seems like he's just he's a hell of a chess player. He's
exactly
2 or 3 steps ahead of you every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like he already knows your moves.
He's he knows exactly what. It's crazy. And it is. I can see how that could be frustrating as a fighter. Like Valdez. You know what I mean? Like every time you're trying to hit somebody, he knows exactly what you're trying to do, and you can't do nothing but just go into put the headphones on like he was doing because. People talk about Shakur's power, but clearly it's there.
The skill, the mastery of the skill.
If you're making
level.
a guy put on headphones for 12 rounds, he respects it.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't have power. There's no way you don't have power.
Okay, so speaking of power, I want to ask this question. So, Pitbull, versus Tank.
Yeah,
that fight will not happen again. But is Pitbull actually the most feared in the division?
Ooh, what you think about that, Coach? Most feared?
At 135? 135 is pretty tough. I don't think Pitbull is the most feared, but he did step up by stopping
Javante.
No. He stopped.
His most recent fight.
Yeah, he just stopped.
But I'm talking about because those two in comparison are the top in the division. So if Pitbull made Javante feel that way whenever they were fighting, is Pitbull really more feared than Javante?
I wouldn't say fear more so than I would say he's more respected than he was before.
Yes,
okay.
He's very well respected.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, they definitely get more respect on Pitbull's name. Just because in the fashion in his last fight, how he stopped, I can't think of this guy's name. Cuban guy, good fighter. Yeah, I can't think of his name. Man, if you could look it up and tell me.
I don't know his name either.
But that stopping that guy in that fashion.
That was nothing to him, to be honest.
Right, that was impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
And I think that got I think that got some attention put on Pitbull. Like, he was supposed to be like just like a walkover fight for Tank,
and then he got shook up.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean. We watched that fight. Yeah, Gamboa.
Exactly.
Gamboa. Yes,
Yes.
Gamboa. So,
but Gamboa is older as well. So
Issei Cruz, man, they respecting him though. They got respect on his name for sure.
Okay, just wondering. I just wanted to hear that perspective from you guys. So May 14th is coming up, big fight night on May 14th. So we're gonna kind of jump ahead, then we'll come back to discuss the Canelo fight that's actually happening tonight. So May 14th. So there's actually 3 different kind of fights happening on May 14th. May 14th is the day that Floyd is gonna go fight in Dubai. Not really a big deal, but it kind of is because Floyd cannot sit down. Right. He got to stay in that ring. Exactly. So I'm just like, how do y'all feel about that? Just him coming out of quote unquote retirement to fight Bivol.
Not
Bivol.
I love it.
What's this guy's name?
I love it.
Don Moore.
In Dubai.
I love it. I love it because he's making that money.
Yeah.
And people going to go see it.
Right.
Because he's Floyd Mayweather.
And he's 40 plus, still super active like this. It could still draw a crowd.
Yeah.
Still relevant.
I think at this point, people just want to see if he's going to lose or if he's going to.
Nah, Floyd.
He's not going to lose. This
Floyd's
is
not even at this
is
point.
entertainment.
Come on, yeah.
Because who is Don Moore? I'm like, let me do my Googles.
Yeah, let's do that right now.
Who
I don't
Don
know nothing
Moore?
about that guy he's fighting at all.
And like, how did it even come to be?
I believe he's 18-0.
Wow.
And
He
he was a training partner with Floyd at one time.
Oh yeah, I just seen that. There goes box race right there. That's his box race.
Okay. What's this?
No, go up. His box race. Yeah.
Okay. This is so. Yeah. He is a fighter. Like, I mean, he has some skin in the game here. 19 bouts. Yeah.
Started his career in '99. That's it.
Is that what it said? It did. 99 to 2016. So he's obviously coming out of retirement as well. But that's interesting.
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Dubai.
Yeah.
They're going to make money.
Man.
Yeah, Badu Jack's on his card. I feel like Badu Jack's always on
he's money team.
He loves getting on those Floyd fight cards. So May 14th also, Charlo Castaño 2 in Los Angeles. Charlo is predicted to win the fight, but I think Castaño put them things on him, them paws on him last time. So I don't think it's going to be a clear-cut win for Charlo.
What you think, Coach?
Well, I think Charlo may do a little better this time because I think he was in between coaches the last time.
Okay.
And now I think he's stuck more with Derek James, and I think they're gonna come a little bit stronger than what they did last time.
What's the biggest thing that Charlo needs to win this fight?
One thing I'll say to all boxers is, hey, have confidence in your experience and go out and have fun because you've already put in all the work period. You put in all the work, so just go out and have fun and do what you know what you're supposed to do.
Just remember your teachings.
Exactly.
Go back to it.
As far as Charlo Castaño, this fight, I mean, I agree with Coach. Charlo did look a little. You could just tell it was something going on with him, and Charlo ain't been in. I mean, the one rematch we know for sure, Tony Harrison, but when he came in that rematch, he was definitely more focused. He was more focused, definitely sharper.
Exactly.
And I expect that in this rematch with Castaño. I expect, Jamel to come back to Houston, undisputed champion, it'll be great. And then hopefully, if the universe, comes, like we wanted to, and Bud takes care of, my guy, Spence, and we get that, it's a beautiful thing. It'll be a beautiful thing,
I mean,
but we don't want to get too carried away.
Right. Well, I mean, we might as well. You done let the cat out of the bag or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, your boy, Earl Spence.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, he just recently defeated Ugas. Now, next on the table is Spence versus Crawford.
Right.
Now, this is the real who gonna catch these hands, because who gonna catch them hands? Who is coming out on top? Spence versus Crawford.
I've made my stance on this so many times in so many different ways on so many different platforms. I mean, it's a hell of a fight. It's a mega fight. It's for all the marbles. It's the two best fighters in 147 going at it for all the belts. My guy is Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, I just everything about him, I love. I love everything he brings to the game. Not saying I don't love what Spence brings to the game. Let me not don't get it confused anything. But it's just something about Terrence Crawford. You know, I've been watching this guy since he was, 140.
Since he was a wee baby.
I saw I guess a little bit of 135 as well. But, it was just something about this dude. He was just a little mean guy, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But after the fight, he was cool. And I just started digging that part about him. And I watched the story and everything and like how he comes. Earl Spence, almost the same way. He's from Texas, right down the street from here. We in Houston, Texas right now. He's a Dallas guy. I like how he came up. I was watching when he went over there and took the belt from Kell Brook in the UK. And I remember, shout out to Twitter with the receipts. 'Cause I remember I tweeted that out. And, and I remember nobody in Dallas knew who the hell he was. Yeah. Nobody even knew what the IBF title was.
Wow.
So shout out to Earl Spence. But, man, this fight, man, Earl, I ain't going to lie, baby. I'm going against you, man. I got Bud, man. And I got Bud by stoppage, man. I think it's going to get it's going to be an epic fight. It's going to be something that we ain't seen in a long time. But I think the occasion and the moment is going to be huge, and I think Bud is going to rise to it.
Okay.
And I rest my case.
He said, I rest.
Well, we know both of them are special guys.
Yeah.
And I always think that the good big guy usually overcomes
the big little guy.
The good little guy.
Good little guy.
And like I said, both of them are special. I just think that people underestimate Spence. They drastically underestimate his defense. They drastically underestimate his IQ, his boxing IQ. Of course, Terrence is Terrence. Okay, he's a world champion. But it's going to be a close fight. But I just think that that Spence has been underestimated, even by Terrence, and that's gonna motivate Spence to take this win.
So Coach going Spence.
I think Spence is going to take him.
Oh, wow.
Who you got? Who you got, Mona? Oh, you thought you was going to leave off this thing?
I thought I was. I was like, moving on to the next question.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that Crawford has the will to pull it off. Like, I think if it comes down to it, Crawford is going to score more points. Because, if you look at his, what do you call it? The amount of punches he gets in per fight, in comparison to what Earl Spence is, he has a little bit more. He lands a little bit more.
Spence just got off. He threw a whole bunch of damn punches their last fight.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm not talking about just this one. I'm talking about overall. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just think Crawford will.
You going Bud too?
You gonna
jump on the train?
I like Terrence Crawford in the fight.
Jump on the train.
He's my dog in the fight.
Okay.
I'll take that.
All right.
Not discounting Spence, but
one thing about it is that I think the world is going to win when they do step in the ring.
Yes, I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
It's been a long time coming. I think the build-up has been perfect. Like how they've gotten to this point, like the fighters that they've matched up against to ultimately get to this. Is
even though some people try to discount both fighters' resumes at sometimes, like I feel like
I don't hear anybody saying anything about Spence's resume.
With me, I'm in this boxing club, where we talk daily about boxing, so it comes up pretty often. It's kind of crazy.
What could be the issue with Spence's resume?
Well, they talk about the quality of opposition. Sometimes they try to, discount some fighters. Like they say he fought a already broken Kell Brook, or or they'll say this other guy, not Van Heerden. Forgot this other guy. What's this other guy he beat? What's this guy? White guy. Jesus, I can't.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but they try to
they try to throw those out there. As
and then
same with Terrence.
Yeah, same with Terrence.
They're saying he hasn't fought any.
They'll talk about Gamboa. They'll talk about Amir Khan. They'll talk about Kell Brook, of course, being already banged up by Spence and Triple G. They'll talk about Mean Machine. Just really just crediting the quality of opposition.
Yeah, I think that's just something that fans do. They just, talk negative.
It's nitpicking.
Yeah, exactly. And,
we tend to do that.
But like I said, hey, when they step in the ring, hey, the whole world is going to win.
For sure.
I do look forward to that. I think that one is going to be really, really, really exciting. Okay, so the fight that's happening tonight.
Yeah.
Not much of a, not as exciting as a Spence Ugas or just some more of the recent fights, but Canelo's fighting Bivol. Of course, Canelo's gonna win. So he's just don't you dare say it, because Canelo's gonna win.
This is the thing.
I'm like, what can we really say?
Let's go, Joe.
Let's go, Joe. We're kind of speaking about this, man, because it's like this fight just feels like a setup, because they already know who Canelo's fighting next, and it's like this guy's just really just holding the whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He's a placeholder,
right? And I mean, he could very well just surprise us, and I mean, it could be a hell of a fight. But I mean, I don't know, man. I see Canelo just being in complete control of this guy. I hope it's not like that. I hope you're not a placeholder, Bivol. I hope that we're all just wrong in the speculation that we're making. But it just seems like.
How long is he gonna last in the fight?
I mean, I'm thinking it's going all 12, but Canelo has surprised me. Like, he just, I don't know. The last good boxer he had, I mean, Caleb Plant, he's a pretty good boxer. And he got Caleb Plant out of there with like 7, 8 rounds.
Something like that.
I don't know.
I kind of agree with you, Joe. And I think it'll be stopped between 10th and 12th.
10 to 12.
This fight it seemed like it just happened so quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They put it together.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like in a couple of weeks they just put it together.
Facts,
Like, hey, the fight is on.
It's on, yeah.
And it's here.
I don't know, man. It's Canelo, I mean.
Like, he has to fight these fights, right? It's like a part of his contract. So they just be like lining them up.
But how long ago did they make this contract?
I think he's still on the same one. This is
that 10 fight.
This is new.
This is a new deal.
A two fight deal.
Right.
With him and then Triple G.
Absolutely.
Well, because I thought he had to have he has to fight a certain amount of times.
Well,
I thought that was with his DAZN, that 300 and whatever million.
They went to court over that. That's been over.
What?
Oh yeah, he sued over. He sued over that.
What?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, dang, I know he's like obligated to fight all these fights.
That 10 fight deal.
Yeah.
He started suing like after like the 4th fight or something.
He was tired of that.
It didn't last long at all. It didn't last long at all.
Wow.
No.
Definitely didn't know that. I thought he was still under that contract.
No.
Well, I mean, clearly he's just wanting to fight then. I don't know. Like, that's weird. If he's why was it put together so quickly if he's not having to fight?
I don't know. And people kind of question why Canelo didn't maybe fight a David Benavidez or a Jamal Charlo. I mean,
is he gonna fight Charlo?
It seemed like he was at first, though. Eddie Reynoso kind of mentioned it, his trainer, about Charlo, and then like those, it was supposed to be a fight. It was supposed to be a deal where he was gonna fight, I think, Benavidez and Charlo, or something like that. It's supposed to be a 2-fight deal. I think it was. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. And then, I mean, that just fell to the wayside, and I don't know what's going on right now.
I think Canelo keeps saying payday.
Yeah,
Payday.
yeah.
People only want to fight him for a payday.
I mean, it's like,
You know?
and it makes sense
I
though.
mean,
sense.
that's true,
Yeah,
but
because you're gonna get that payday with Canelo, even though you might not get it might not be a fair share from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
He's 80-20
Oh yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
death.
exactly. Yeah.
He's 80-20.
80-20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
God damn.
Canelo is Canelo. He
Yeah,
is who
he definitely-
he is who people think he is.
For sure.
And if you're gonna fight him, you better come 100%.
Yes, definitely better bring your best package.
yeah.
For sure.
I mean, Canelo won't slow down until he, I think old age will have to eventually get him, because who's really capable of taking down Canelo right now in his current state?
He's staying in that 168, 175 range and down. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I think David Benavidez. I think Benavidez would pose. He poses as some
threat?
type of a threat.
Okay.
Better be if.
Better be if.
is another.
Boo Boo Andrade.
I like Andre.
Yeah,
yes.
Andre,
Yeah.
for sure, like Andre, like he's very underrated.
Yes.
I think out of all them we name, I think he probably be the one that beat Canelo because he's just such a awkward fighter.
Exactly.
His style is awkward. The way he
Yeah.
punches you, his defense is just like you ain't really just never seen that before. And I really think Canelo is threatened by that. I'm not gonna say he ain't scared for sure, but he's threatened by that.
I think everyone is threatened by that.
Yeah.
I think Andre. I would subscribe to everyone. Stay away from Andre.
Yeah, no, he's a problem. And how long he's been having that WBO belt for? A long time.
Yeah.
Quite
He's
some time.
he's been having that belt for a while, so he's nothing to mess with.
Well, I mean, he's not really getting any fights though. When was
I
the
know,
last time?
that's the
like,
thing.
why is that though?
He's having injuries. I think he just had a another shoulder injury.
And I saw like a headline that came out maybe like 2 days ago about Eddie Hearn saying that he's gonna part ways with Andre. Maybe after this, I think after this next fight he has coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been struggling trying to get him fights. It's crazy, man. Nobody want to fight you.
Well, I mean, now is the time. So I guess he'll hopefully before the end of the year he can get something going.
Right. And be healthy too.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think he's so injury prone then? Or why
I
is
wouldn't
he
say
even
injury prone because I really never.
or why is he experiencing
Maybe this
right
camp.
now at this time?
It could be age too. It could be age too because Boo Boo's
Yeah.
what, 34, 33,
He's something like
and
that.
something like that, And that's not even too. Oh, I hate to start saying that like that's an old age, but
Yeah, but
You
it
know what
is
I'm saying?
it is kind of getting up there.
yeah, it's crazy, man.
Exactly, especially if he's been fighting for, since he was a teenager. I
Right,
get it.
right.
I get it. I mean, so what are you looking forward to next? Like what big fights are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to. I mean, we. Spoke about-
besides Spence and Crawford, like
that's the biggest fight. For
Yeah.
Sure. But look.
but I mean, there's some others.
You have Usyk and
Oh yeah, Joshua.
Joshua.
Rematch.
Let's get
Yeah.
into that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got
Usyk is a beast.
cruiserweight. I mean,
Heavyweight now.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Just
no,
came to heavyweight.
he is a heavyweight now.
That's what songs. He was undisputed cruiserweight champion. Vacated the belts, moved to heavyweight. He'd been calling Anthony Joshua out for a couple of years too. A lot of people don't know that. I remember when he won the tournament, and he was saying that he was coming for Anthony Joshua. Like literally, he had all 4 belts at cruiserweight. He was like, Anthony Joshua, I'm coming for you. I was like, whoa. And I'm like, what is this little dude talking about? And then he just manifested it. And here again, years later, he got him. But rematch.
Do you guys feel differently about Anthony Joshua? Like, do you look at him differently now that he's kind of taking some of these losses?
I don't.
Yeah,
I
not
don't.
differently because it's heavyweight boxing, and all the greats had losses. Like, it wasn't no undefeated great heavyweight boxer. Like, it's heavyweight boxing, in my opinion, it is the most
It's
dangerous
like
weight class.
inevitable for you to get knocked
because
out.
literally skills matter. Yes, skills pay the bills, but literally in that weight class, one punch can change everything. Literally, no, seriously. If you're not on guard for one split second, you could get hit with a shot that could literally change the entire fight and possibly your life.
And I think that Joshua wins this next fight. I think that he learns. I mean, he's young in the sport and he's learning, and I think he wins this one. And when he does win, where do we go from there?
Oh no, because the division is shook up again. Because now
Tyson Fury, what's happening
Fury, you
with
can't
Fury?
retire now. You gotta come see Clay.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go do that WWF thing. You gotta come on with it.
He got to put some real work in to vacate them belts. I mean, Fury, he demolished White. Like there was not even any competition.
Not a contest.
Like I don't even know what Dylan was doing.
He don't even know. He think he got pushed to a knockout. he think that push is like.
I'm like, dude, what was going on? So obviously Fury he's primed up and ready to go for the next whoever it's gonna be, which is gonna be. It's gonna be. You don't. Oh well, we don't know if Joshua is
Francis
gonna be.
Ngannou in UFC. He's saying that's where he's going next.
Heck no.
Yeah.
No.
So
he don't want to fight Anthony Joshua. He think he's gonna smash Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua is
soft.
Yeah, he thinks he's terrible.
I mean, that fight against Usyk, I was looking away at Anthony Joshua.
I mean, he's trying to box with a supreme. Usyk is a supreme boxer.
He has great footwork.
Supreme. I mean, he's a dancer. He's like a Russian like a ballerina guy. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I just think Joshua is going to come differently in this second
I hope he does, Coach.
I hope he does.
I hope he does, Coach. Like, we need him to come different. Hey, Jay, we need you to come different, baby.
Exactly.
We need you to come different,
He
baby.
ain't gonna have no choice. He comes back in the rematches though. Like whenever he fought Ruiz, like he wants to come back in the rematch and show you his skill set instead of just doing it the first time.
Almost Lennox Lewis-ish, getting your get back on everybody to get you. 'Cause that's what he did.
Exactly.
Anybody that beat Lennox, he got you back.
Getting your get back.
He got you back.
You got your lick back. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Got it, Joe.
Kovalev, he's gonna be fighting. He's doing a Triller fight on the 14th.
Oh my God! Shout out to Triller,
because
man.
I guess the Ukrainian boxing people, they said that he could go back to fighting or return to the gym because remember he left because of the Russian Ukraine crisis.
Lomachenko, all of them.
But I'm saying that he's back and he's getting ready to fight on May 14th. He's fighting.
On May 14th is going down.
Yeah, it's a lot of fights. He's fighting Polev.
Oh, Pulev?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be all right fight.
Cruiserweight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That'd be all right fight right there.
Yeah, it's going down. It's actually, so there's two Pulevs. There's Krubot and Tervel. Heavyweight and cruiserweight.
Krubot is the
heavyweight. Yeah. I don't know.
I never heard of Tervel.
Tervel.
That's his brother?
I guess. They both the last name Pulev.
You heard of that one, Coach? Tervel?
Tervel.
I never heard of him.
He's the one that's fighting Kovalev.
Yeah.
Kubrot is fighting.
I know that Pulev. That's the one that fought Anthony Joshua.
Else. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting ready to fight Triller as well. Triller is going up. LA is a big night for boxing, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So I mean that's
nice
Triller it's something. Triller is I like Triller. It gives
boxing
the casual
and WWE
boxing fans
mixed together.
Like
they mixed it. Yeah, they mixed it.
No, they did not.
Because or it's like fantasy boxing or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So that's the Jake Paul.
Yeah, I mean that's why he be fighting. But you know what though, Coach? I think Jake Paul signed a deal with Showtime.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think he got like a little 2-fight deal or something with Showtime. And
oh really?
Yeah. So is he boxing boxers or is he boxing basketball players? Or
that's a great question.
Or what?
Because he's supposed to be back in the ring August 13th. And
oh really?
Who is he fighting? Yeah, it's on Showtime too.
Don't tell me it's Damian Lillard.
I know. Dang, we seen the commercial, dog.
We seen him in the commercial, Coach. He was sparring with
Ryan
Garcia. And I was like, how does that even make sense? Like, that's not even realistic. But
Oh, y'all got me laughing.
I was about to say something crazy, but I'm gonna just.
Damian Lillard gets on my
Yeah,
nerves.
who knows why Dame was in that commercial?
No, nobody knows.
Oh,
He's what is it? Modelo? Was it a Modelo commercial?
Was it Modelo? No, it was
It was a
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Oh, okay,
Gatorade.
okay. You
Oh,
know,
he
because
just got a
he was,
Modelo commercial.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? But I mean, as far as big fights, I think we've covered most of them. Always looking forward to what's up and coming. Who can we say are any just up and coming boxers, not really well renowned just yet, but there's somebody to look out for.
We do have Keyshawn Davis,
Yeah, we spoke about him earlier.
Troy
Okay.
Isley.
Troy, you know.
We have a couple
What's
of
the other little what was the guy 140? What he fought on the Spence undercard. That little sharp dude. Wow, what was his name? He's from Dallas, I think.
Frank is his name.
Frank, yeah. Frank, not Frank Martin, is it?
Frank Martin. I think
Frank
it's
Martin?
Frank Martin.
Yeah, Frank Martin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have Duke Reagan.
Mm.
Yeah, we have hey, this young crop that's coming up, they're gonna be
It's
something
some
else.
fighters.
And make sure
It's a
you
fighter.
guys are listening too, because obviously not everybody is really into boxing and knows everybody, but these are some people who you can, do your Googles, YouTube, try to kind of see what they have going on so you can track to see when their next fights are coming up. Did you watch women's boxing? Did you watch the Katie Taylor fight?
I did not watch the fight, and I do love women's boxing, but I was more excited about the Shakur Valdez bout.
Yes, that it came on right before.
Yep.
But it was kind of crazy.
It was a brawl.
I've
Katie Taylor,
never
Serrano.
really seen Katie Taylor fight before.
She's a dog.
So I was just kind of blown away. I was like, she was just bloodied up.
Yeah.
I
True
mean,
grit.
she's the champion, but I didn't think she really won that fight. But
She was bloodied up. I didn't
she
get to
was
watch it.
bloodied
It
up.
was, Coach. It was just like it's just like a lot of punching, very little defense.
Serrano was putting them. She was.
Serrano was on walk down mode, like for maybe like 8 rounds in a row. She's just walking her down.
Wow.
But and at one point, I believe in the second or third round when she had her hurt, Serrano just didn't go in for the finish.
Yeah.
That was the mistake. I think that's what lost her the fight, because clearly the judges wasn't going to let Katie lose by decision. She was going to have to get knocked out.
So, do you think there'll be a rematch?
It definitely should be a rematch, 100%.
100%.
That fight was definitely worthy of a rematch. That fight is probably worthy of a trilogy. Like they're gonna go at it a couple more times.
Like they were throwing hands.
That was a great fight. Even for the most
was.
average, most novice boxing fan, if they watched that, they was like, "Oh, whoa, hold up, women's boxing like
Two
this?"
women, huh?
Yeah,
It was the main event.
It was a main event, and it was like 14,000 people
I heard,
in
I
attendance.
heard they broke records.
Yeah, they broke a record.
Yes.
I was like, "Whoa."
Because Serrano's repped by Jake Paul. That's why he was
Correct.
at the
Yes,
fight.
correct,
I was
correct.
like, oh, okay, she's one of his fighters.
Correct.
So that may be a strike
Interesting.
against her already, which is probably why they didn't want her to win that fight.
Nah, for real.
Because she was on Katie Taylor, like
she was
facts.
she was throwing.
She just didn't do enough to beat the champion, which is unfortunate, but it was a good fight. What else? What you got?
Oh yeah, no, I think you pretty much hit it, man. I'm just excited, man. Really ready. To see
Boxing is on the rise.
it's back.
Yep.
It's back.
Continuing.
It's back.
Boxing is here.
I feel like for a little while, maybe it was in like a dormant place, but it's just so many good fighters now. So many young fighters. So many interesting fights coming up. So many, guys that's coming with charisma and I mean, I don't know. It's just good to see a new class, a new, something new. Like when I see Shakur, sometimes it's like, this guy's just like, he's a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? This kid talking all this shit and smiling, beating people up. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a breath of fresh air.
Don't forget about Jared Anderson.
Oh, big
heavyweight.
boy, yeah, heavier, yeah.
Big
He
baby.
right down here in H-Town. Shout out to you, baby.
Jared Anderson.
My bad, dog. We ain't forgot about you, man.
Anderson, huh?
Oh yeah.
Who's he fought recently? Is he still
I don't think he fought this year yet.
okay?
As a matter of fact, he was a training partner with Tyson Fury.
Correct.
His past couple of fights.
Correct.
So how do you choose who you spar with? Like how does sparring actually work? Or how do you know if you've won a sparring match? Or like because I feel like they're like, oh yeah, I sparred with this person and I did this. And I'm just like, what does that really mean?
But sparring matches, it's not a competition.
Okay.
Okay, sparring matches, what it does is it gets you ready for the opponent that you're gonna box.
Okay.
You know, and most coaches, they would go get someone that, number one, works hard, puts in, that can motivate, the boxer that you're training, and someone that can resemble the opponent that you're going against.
Okay.
So that you can, be ready for him.
Okay.
Sharpening the toolbox. Yeah, okay.
So you'll just the light skinned guy, we were watching the video yesterday. He was talking about that he had sparred with Floyd and oh my goodness,
Ishe Smith.
Yes.
Oh, Ishe
Yes.
Smith. Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was just like, how do you choose who you spar with?
Floyd used him a couple times.
Yeah, he was saying like he's in his camp.
That's a good question. Like who? Yeah, who would? Oh, he said the fights. He said Cotto. He said some other fight.
Yeah, that he actually.
So I guess that's like maybe who his style kind of mirrors, or he can mirror that style.
And of course, you want someone that works hard in your camp. Okay, you don't want a lazy person, in your camp. You want somebody that's, because sometimes you wake up and I don't feel like it today. But guess what? You want somebody that's gonna, push you and make you, make you go as well.
Yeah.
And that's very important, for you young kids that's coming up. Hey, up your work ethic.
Feel me?
Up it, because you never know where it can land you.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. Very important advice. Wise words from a decent man, if you understand what I'm saying. You feel me? Listen, guys, we are at Mo Better Boxing Gym right here in A-Leave, Texas. Joe, go on, let them know what we got going on, man.
Yeah, we out here at Mo Better Boxing, Coach Ron, man. Like I said, we appreciate everything. We appreciate, you giving us the time to come here and dialogue with you. We appreciate, the education that you gave us today. Your expertise on this beautiful, brutal sport.
You gonna get on the bag? You gonna get on the?
I know Joe. Hey, Joe, you supposed to be. Hey,
I know. He'll call me out. He'll call me out.
Joe, you supposed to be in here working out with me.
A whole month. Okay. I already know.
It's a whole month has passed since you're supposed to be in here.
And I ain't done nothing.
You ain't.
Hey, I needed that. I deserved it.
Yeah. The motivation is there,
I deserved
Coach.
it.
Get him. He don't want to do right.
And we appreciate. Hey, that's it for y'all, right? Let's on some other shit with your boy Joe Prophet, my girl Monet Banks. We giving you opinions back with facts, straight like that. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode with the insightful, the legendary Coach Ronald Simms. You know what I mean? We appreciate him. You know what I mean?
Yes,
everything he brought to the table. Y'all know what y'all need to do, man. Subscribe, hit the link, share this with somebody, bring somebody to the table, man. It's the OSOS podcast, man. We check y'all later, man. Peace.
Don't let it beat you up, man.